Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another House of Health podcast episode. Today, I'm so excited. I'm here with my main man, Alex DeBundo, and the topic we're going to be talking about today is around consistency. Yes. Alex has had some incredible life experiences, building his own businesses, going off the beaten path, and creating this wonderful life for himself and this really, really cool journey. So with that said, he wants to share some of his knowledge and wisdom around consistency and how it can benefit all of our lives in such a profound way. So with that said, let's jump right in and go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Brother Mike. Yeah, man, there's a couple points I want to touch on with consistency, because I remember when I was young, I just always had this idea. I was like, I just want to be able to crush it. There's no reason I can't have straight A's. There's no reason I can't be doing all the things I want to. But I was ignorant to that because I didn't realize what it was going to take in order to be consistent. And I think everyone wants to be consistent. Everyone wants to be a winner. However, that price must be paid every day if you want to be a winner. And it fluctuates every day, and some days it's more, some days it's less. And, some people are willing to pay that price a couple days a week, but consistency means every single day. And some things that I quickly learned when I started going down this path trying to unlock consistency in myself was, whoa, this is hard. There's a lot of suffering that goes into trying to become consistent at something. And at first I hated it because it was like, I have to give this up. I have to sit through this voice in my head telling me that who am I to, go off the beaten path? Why me? Why would I be able to succeed? Or someone's already done this before. So, you're fighting yourself and you're fighting these external factors as well in order to be consistent and to get that going in yourself. So there's initially just a lot of resistance that I was able to, that I didn't know was going to exist. I thought I could flip the switch and be like, I'm just going to get after it, whatever it is. So, the first thing that comes up when I think of consistency is, I had this idea it was just going to be like a fever dream. I was just going to crush it, but it is not pretty at first. You're going to crash and burn way more than you're going to have victories, especially in the first couple years.
Absolutely.
I always hear change your life in 21 days, 30-day habit, change your life in 30 days, whatever. And it's like, change your life in 3 years, maybe 3 years. And that doesn't sell. So, people aren't going to get into that. But I started seeing progress when I would, set 90-day goals and start to, 90 days was long enough to show me that I could fall off for a couple weeks, but still get to that 90-day goal and be like, I'm better off today than I was when I started 90 days ago. And that was really eye-opening for me because over the last couple years, I love this one-liner that, I don't know if I came up with it or someone else, but I think I came up with it, but I don't know. That consistency doesn't demand perfection.
Love that.
Because, guess what? I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. You're not perfect. And you're never going to be perfect. But consistency doesn't care if you're perfect or not.
Nope.
To be a winner, it doesn't care if you're perfect or not. It just cares if you're giving your all today. And some days, you're going to be able to crush and give 100%, right? And
kill it.
And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, what happened today? How did I do that? Other days, your best is going to be 20%. And you have to give that 20%. Consistency doesn't look like 100% at all times. But it does look like 7 days a week you're giving something. And there's going to be days where that resistance is really high. That price to pay is really high. And you have to pay it. And maybe your outcome's only 20%, but you did 20% more than you would have if you didn't show up that day. And you listened to that resistance. And so the further I started to get into it and started to seeing these results, I started to reorient my compass in my head. And I'd be like, whoa, so you're telling me this feeling of friction, this feeling of resistance is actually good? It's actually separating me from the pack? It's making me better? So, I started to reorient it and be like, all right, this does feel uncomfortable. There is some internal suffering going on while I'm trying to change my habits, while I'm trying to forge this discipline, and parts of me have to die. And I'm mourning those losses while these changes are happening. But I was able to reorient my compass around, instead of running away from these feelings, when I felt them, I go, this is an opportunity. I'm growing because of this.
Yes.
And it's the same thing, if you go to the gym, it's not going to feel great. You know, when you're at burnout and you're about to fail, that hurts, but you know you're growing from it.
Yep.
And
how important is consistency at the gym?
Yes.
You can't go 3 days, to the gym and expect to be,
Yes.
reach every goal. So.
And you're not going to go to the gym today and expect to be stronger tomorrow.
Correct.
And it's the same thing with anything. That's what consistency really has started to show me, is those moments where you feel like you're at your wit's end are actually incredible moments of growth. And if you can start to separate yourself from the pain that you're going to inevitably feel and be like, whoa, this is actually a growing pain. Mm-hmm. Like if you're at the gym and you're benching, you're like, yeah, this hurts, but it's like by design. So same thing, when you start pushing yourself toward consistency, you're going to fail, you're going to fall off, but you can start to recognize that there's a pattern to these like feelings and stuff that you start to feel, resisting the work you have to get done in order to get consistent in it, and see opportunity in those. And there's so much opportunity in the friction that comes up with it, because it's a growing pain.
I like that. Opportunity in the friction.
Yes.
You can change your perception and see it that way, and see the tough times, the adversity, the friction, the discipline needed as a great opportunity to grow and elevate.
Right.
What should you be able to do?
Right.
You'll be able to do anything.
Right, exactly. And so there's like, when you're going through growing pains, it's uncomfortable. Like, there's no denying it. If you want to be great, there's going to be times of discomfort. If you say that discomfort is not worth it for me, and I'm not going to see my full potential, there's also discomfort that comes with that. That is regret. Regret is forever. That discomfort of you trying to reach your goal is temporary. And when you do accomplish your goal and you overcome those moments of resistance and that really are a lot of friction, that memory of you overcoming it is forever too. So you can draw back on that next time.
That emotion and memory. Yes.
Yeah, next time you're going through a hard time.
You'll feel that.
So next time you're going through a hard time, you go, oh, I remember when I was going through a hard time with XYZ, and I crushed that. Or if you start to give up, you go, oh, last time I felt this friction, I didn't do it, and I'm always going to fall off, and you get in this cycle. So it really helps to just understand what that feeling is a growing pain and an opportunity for you to grow. And, finally, like, I'll just end it with this, is just, there's this quote I love that along the way, like as I started getting more and more consistent, like I would tell people what's going on in my life, and a lot of people would go, damn, you're getting lucky. And I love this quote. I didn't come up with this one, but it's, the harder I work, the luckier I get.
Amen.
And
I love that.
You put yourself in opportunities, you get these reps that things are going to go your way. Yep. And we live in a magical world. Like, let's just be flat out with that, man. This
100%.
World is magic, and it responds to you. And I think there's a divine dance between us and the world.
Yep.
And the only way to get it to respond to you is to give it your all. To get to that point where you have friction, growing pains.
Yes.
And then the world will meet you halfway in that divine dance.
Yep.
Because it will help you. But you have to be meeting it halfway. And it's not going to meet you halfway if you're not meeting it halfway. Think about any friendship or a relationship you have. It knows if you're playing off, if you're slacking
100%.
off. And it feels it. It knows that truth more than anything. But if you're going to bed at night going, yo, I gave my all today.
Yep.
It might not happen tomorrow. It might not happen next week. It might not happen in your first year. But expect miracles coming your way.
Absolutely.
In the next couple years, man.
So, I love that. Like you said, as long as you stay consistent,
yes.
you will see that 100%.
Right.
That was so powerful. Thanks for sharing that. And it made me think of a few other things real quick. So first thing around discipline.
Yes.
So you can't be consistent unless you have discipline. And I've always said for years, discipline is the key to success.
Wow.
So if you can discipline yourself to be consistent,
right.
you will see success.
Yes.
No matter if it's a roller coaster or not, you will see that upward trend.
Yeah. And it will be a roller coaster.
100%.
It's not going to be a linear path. You're going to have times where you go, is this worth it? Yep. Is this going to work? I'm really lonely right now. Like, because there's a period of time where, you're in this old habit, you're in with your old friend group, you're all these things, and you go, whoa, this doesn't serve me anymore. You want to get to here, but there's this point in between where you're kind of in no man's land, where your new habits really haven't stuck yet, you don't see the results of your hard work yet, and you're just kind of there by yourself, and you're going to question, is this worth it?
Yep.
And in those moments, those are your growing pain opportunities.
Yep.
Those are the opportunities to double down, to connect with yourself at a deeper level, to connect with the world at a deeper level.
I love that. And really supporting this community and supporting each other and our friends in helping shift that perception to see those tough times as beautiful opportunities.
Yes.
Like that is so hard to do because you can deal with some really challenging stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But if you can really shift your mindset and your awareness to say, hey, here it goes. I'm dealing with a really tough time, but it's going to elevate me to that next level. Let's go, right? Let's go.
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly.
So, yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. That was amazing. So,
I'm happy to share,
let's keep thinking about these topics and how important it is. Even this, I committed last week to start making more videos and being consistent with it. You know, following through, and as you become more consistent, things start to line up. Doors start to open, opportunities start to happen. Things you don't even realize are going to happen are going to start happening for you.
And then you go, wait a second. You get this macro perspective of it. Because in those moments, you're in the micro perspective. Today sucks right now, and I'm lonely, and that sucks. But then 3 years, 4 years later, you go, wait, I just met someone who knows me because of this and that. And you can retrace it all the way back to that moment of weakness where you almost gave up 3 years ago, and you go, it is all worth it. It is all connected. I'm so grateful I persevered in that time where I easily could have walked away, but I'm so grateful I didn't. And it might not make sense in the beginning. It probably won't. And you know, it's a beautiful opportunity to trust your faith in just good things are coming your way.
Faith and certainty. I love that. Yeah, let's go. That's so great.
Bring it right back.
Bring it right back. Exactly. So yeah, consistency is everything. I mean, you want to get good at shooting a basketball, you want to get good at, or you want to learn something, you have to be consistent in your work ethic and your desire and your passion and all the above. So let's go. Thanks so much. We'll be back for some more content soon. And here we go.